Welcome to Mini Nublar in Jurassic World Evolution 2 for the last time. After 18 weeks of building, it is finally time for the tour. Mini Malta, the East Dock, the airport, the Sauropod walkthrough habitat, the museum, and much more. It's gonna be a long one. So sit back, relax, get ready for some park building inspiration, drink your burger, and let's get started. Oh, and at the end, I will tell you what the next building series on the channel will be, starting next week. So remember to subscribe so you won't miss it. We've just landed on Mini Nublar. Your luggage is being put into the backs of the jeeps to get taken to the hotel, and you are set free into the arrival area. You're welcomed by the banner when dinosaurs ruled the earth, and before you lies the visitor center, and as a first-time guest, that's where you're supposed to go. You go into the building and, you get your park information, maybe set up a guided tour of the park. You don't have to do that, that's all been taken care of. Hi, I'm your tour guide. Good luck with that. So yeah, our guests sort of like come into this first little bit of an arrival section. You can already hear the T-Rex across the concrete wall or over the concrete wall sort of welcoming you. That's Papaya, our park mascot. Lovely fountain. You can look out at, obviously this is the wide open ocean. I can't possibly think why you would think differently. And you would go into the building right here, and then through the magic of editing, you come out on the other side and you would be in the park proper. Now we are on the east side of the island, about halfway up. That's where the entrance is. It's right back there. And we have our first habitat, and it is inhabited by, you can just see her back there. That is Papaya, our T-Rex, our park mascot. Now usually I would save something as big as the T-Rex for like much later in the park, but we wanted to do something different here, or I did, and this is a dictatorship and you just have to put up with it. So that's why I put the T-Rex in first to sort of welcome you, give you like that immediate wow factor. And in a totally not gruesome kind of way, you see propped up skeletons of T-Rexes all throughout the park in her honor. Anyway, let's hop into this viewing gallery at the end here so we can look at the habitat. Look, where is she? Oh, we're getting a sneak preview. Hello. I've misplaced my T-Rex. Oh, there she is, there she is, there she is. All right, let's go say hello. So we walk back along here. There's like many ways to look into this habitat because obviously it's a big deal. It's a T-Rex. So we had the tower. We have this moment over here, and she's actually like right by the photo op moment. So again, through the magic of editing, I had to hop on over here for a little bit so we'd actually see her walking about. So that is the photo op, and we're gonna go there next. This is the arrival helipad. These are the jeeps. They're doing a bit of a poor job at bringing your luggage to the hotel, but I don't know, maybe you're a light traveler. Maybe you can all fit it like into the pocket of your pants or something, I don't know. So we've just passed some shops and we're on our way to, like I said, the photo op for the T-Rex, which is one of our quote-unquote fake attractions in the park. And we're also heading towards a tour which will take us further into the park and give us like our classic Jurassic Park gates opening moment. So this is the photo op, and there's a bit of a queue ahead of it because everybody wants to take a picture with Papaya. So we walk through here, and we're gonna run a little bit, because, fortunately, or unfortunately, depends on how you want to look at it, there are no other guests here. And the reason for that is because I tried to do this with actual guests in the park, but the frame rate was absolutely atrocious. It was insufferable. Like, the difference that it makes between a closed park and an open park, it is abnormal. So yeah, there was really no way to do that. So that's why you are getting like the super... Okay. That is indeed special. That is indeed the point I was making. You're getting a super special VIP tour over here, including magic. So yeah, it's good that I hopped over earlier, because now Papaya is a no-show. But guess what? They would stand over here. That's the camera right there. Cheese, flash, and you'd get like your picture taken while the T-Rex is having a snack over there. So it would be like at certain times of the day when the Rex is being fed, you can queue up here and get your picture taken. All right, moving on. We're passing a very infamous tree. Anybody who has seen the full building series will know what's special about that tree. He brags about it all the time. So it should be said that, you know, this park has been 18 weeks in the making. So this section is from before the most recent updates. And that's why, you know, I use the actual gates there instead of the decorative gates. So we go through another... hello? E? Alright, apparently not. So I'll drive then. That's a bad decision. Anyway... So yeah, this park has been so long in the making that earlier parts of it were from before the update. That also means that unfortunately you will not be seeing species like the Dunkleosteus, the Archelon, because the park was already... Ooh, we have Para. Hello, Para. Oh, we scared her. Yeah, made her uncomfortable. So yeah, the park was already way too advanced to be able to fit those species, and we really didn't have space for another lagoon. Anyway, we come through here. And yeah, so like there's Parasaurolophus moseying about over here. Oh, dang, we just missed a nice moment. Oh, maybe. Yeah, come on, give us that picture perfect moment. Walking in front of the gate. Nice. So you get like your first nod at the Jurassic Park nostalgia. Oh, that's nice. Thank you for your contribution. Wow, that Parasaurolophus is a paid actor. But yeah, this is like your classic Jurassic Park moment. You know, going through the gates, you can imagine the copyrighted music playing. Majestic Brachiosaurus coming down from the hill. So there's like this big lake where they would be drinking and having a blast, as you do in captivity. I don't know where that joke is gonna go. I'm just gonna move on, actually. But, you know, again, this is like your Jurassic Park gate moment, and one of many movie references throughout this park. I kind of hate that it does that, because now where am I supposed to go? So, the tour is the only way to reach the next part of the park. And it's sort of like, you know, building the excitement for your guests. And they come out over here. You get handed your luggage. That's not a concern to you. Apparently, it fits in like that weird pocket in your jeans that nobody knows what it's for. And you come over here. You can see the hotels already up on the hill there. But there's this little habitat. It's completely enclosed. It's an aviary, as you will observe. And we have these areas off to the side where you can get closer and you can like try to see what's in there. Oh, I do see it though. Did you see it? Probably not, because it's tiny. It is the butterfly bats, and you can walk all the way around here. You know, there's seating. It looks quite... Oh, I nearly ran into a concrete pillar. So yeah, we have the butterfly bats in here. And a Waffle House. I know what people come here for. For waffles. We can hop into the dome, actually. The entrance to that is right here. I'm assuming it works that way. Yeah. There you go. The Jailopters really like sitting on the fountain. I don't think I can see them. Okay. This is gonna be... Alright, hold on. Oh, there's one! Cute! So yeah, these little dudes are in here. Oh. And I think this is just a super lovely creature to have close to your hotels. You know, just something cute. Now, speaking of the hotels, you would go up here. There, and you know, as I always say, elevation is super important in your park build. So for example, from this elevated pathway, you can see the aviary again. It's like haloed by this monorail. I think it looks quite nice. And the tree placement is done on purpose here. You can see it like breaching through the aviary to sort of give it like this overgrown appeal, which I really liked, actually. It was an accident. But as Bob Ross would say, it was a happy accident. So here are some hotels. We could go up here. I'm not gonna do that, but just imagine if we did. We could go up here, and we could hop into this zip line, which would take us, like, down the river towards the Innovation Center, which is, like, a bit of a shortcut. But obviously, we're not gonna take any shortcuts right now. You could go down this path, which is a more direct route to the first lagoon. But we are gonna go back down here, and we're gonna sneak on by the hotels. Because this is what you would do upon your first arrival. You know, you would go into the hotel, put your luggage over there, and then you would start your first day. And then maybe on your second day, you would take one of the other routes, you know, one of the shortcuts, so to speak. So we come back around here. There's a lot of hotels here, because this is really the entire hotel section for the park. There are some other hotels in the park, technically. They're the Malta Hotel and the Jurassic Park Hotel, but they serve other functions. You know how I like to pretend that buildings aren't really what the game tells me they are, because I'm impervious to logic. It's one of my many, many talents. So yeah, I reject your reality and I substitute my own. We've arrived on, like, this really lengthy path section that follows the canyon that cuts through the top of the map. We have a bit of a seating section over here. Very nice. Some buildings, you know, some shops. Our decorative water. I still like using it. I think that looks fine. And here we can look into the canyon. There you go, a bit of a windowed moment. You could see, like, people ziplining down. That's also one of the things that we could be doing. You know, you can fly across this canyon, look down at the carnos that are below here. There's also a viewing dome down there that we could access, if I remember where the access point is. It's been a while, folks. It's been a while. 18 weeks. 18 weeks. Hold on. No, but, like, for real. We do have a nice guest seating section here, like, right at the northern coastline. We have a Hyperloop, which is sort of like, you know, the subway system for this massive island park. And this is one of the ways in which we will be getting around the park. I had to check my planned out route. I have the whole route planned out beforehand. I had to check if we hop into this Hyperloop. We don't. This is not the one. So we gotta keep on walking. Where the frick is my entry to the viewing dome? I'm starting to think I might have forgotten. Hold on. Well, oops. Alright, just pretend, okay? Just pretend. Let's just pretend it's accessible through the Hyperloop system itself. Shut up, okay? Drink your burger. Let's just move on. So, my planning takes me down this bit. And you can see, actually, that I added this wall piece over here, even though this was built long before the update that introduced this. But we had sort of like a Pimp My Park episode where I added these brand new pieces throughout several sections in the park. We can say hello to Mr. DNA over here. What's up? And we're gonna walk around. We have another banner moment. Obviously, also added the banner to, like, the very start of the park. Okay, and now we have our first lagoon. It's a really small lagoon. It's just a single circle. And what do we have in here? I don't quite remember. I think Plesiosaurus? Yeah, there you go. So, our lagoon, I did nothing to decorate the bottom because I really cannot be bothered, and only a couple weeks after the updates, I also, again, cannot be bothered. But it's a lagoon with lagoon creatures, so, you know, there's that. Alright, so leaving the lagoon viewing gallery, we go down along the lagoon itself. I love doing this. I love digging down around the lagoon, creating, like, that concrete wall. Now through here, you might recognize the path color combination. Right up ahead there is that zipline building where we were at earlier. So that's the hotels right there. Again, I will let you know on screen where we are in the grand scheme of things. Here's another pile of bones. Nice little garden, and Hold on, I cannot just walk past a log without acknowledging the log. That's rude. We bow before the log. Can we? Hold on. We bow. Do I? Yeah, I do crouch. There you go. We bow for the log. We humbly bow before thee. Okay, moving on though. So yeah, we're walking along the lagoon. We have another lovely mural. And yeah. Okay. This keeps happening. Look, don't be alarmed. But this keeps happening. They keep escaping. It's never ending. It's incessant. Oh my god. So yeah. Surprise appearance. Comment down below. Which one is this? Is this Echo? I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't keep most of them apart. Anyway. just pretend. Oh god, she's waking up. Anyway, let me check my notes here. Where do I actually go? We're gonna go through here. Okay. You just stay put. So we have another plaza with plenty of drinking and eating opportunities. And we have a really cool overlook over here of the river, the zip line. You know, if we get lucky, like right there, I can't zoom in, but like right at the very end, we have the Parasaurolophus who had come down to the river for a drink. So yeah, I think that's really lovely. I love always creating moments like this. And if we move on, then we have a nice little separate area over here, which I really love creating with these new wall pieces. I say new at this point, they're already quite old. Not old, but, you know, I've used them so much at this point that they might as well be old. And what we're gonna go to next is the first, like, proper aviary with some big flyers. You can already see them soaring about. And this is our Jurassic Park 3 inspired Pteranodon Aviary. If we hop in here, it's not going to look very pretty. My game just froze, so that's cool. I'm not worried at all. There you go. This park doesn't terrify me in the slightest. No. No, seriously, I am terrified of this park malfunctioning. Here we go. Oh, it actually doesn't look that bad. So all of these cages that were built around here, you have to imagine, you know, use your imagination is basically the tagline of the channel. It is a walkway. So as guests, you enter through this building. Just imagine that there's doors on either side of this and you can walk out into that, like, walkway. You walk into the walkway, it's why it's called a walkway, and you can go into the aviary like that and feel much closer to the flying reptiles that way. We have a lot of them. It's a bit of a swarm, to be honest. And what's really cool about this aviary is that it's not just a habitat in and of itself, it's actually also the backdrop of our Jurassic Park 3 habitats, you know, as like, you know, the aviary in the distance. And there is a second zipline that crosses over the canyon from the opposite side, which also takes zipliners right by this Jurassic Park 3 Pteranodon Aviary. We're gonna go down here, and the area that we're walking into is something that I had to dedicate 2 episodes to in the series because it is so expansive. Because it's 4 habitats, it has the 4 different quote-unquote species of raptor that we saw throughout the series. So we have a habitat based on Jurassic Park, a habitat based on The Lost World, a habitat based on Jurassic Park 3, and a habitat based on the Jurassic World series, basically, because we don't get a lot of raptors in that saga. So if we hop in here, this is our Jurassic World inspired habitat. So it is like meant to represent a Main Street kind of thing. It's not supposed to be an actual recreation. Before you comment down below that looks nothing like Main Street. It's not supposed to. It's just as a little nod, you know, raptors walking about, a guest section with the Innovation Center in the background. That's all by design. And the raptors, oh, they're coming forward now, but they're in the back where there's like a little bit of a show arena. So at certain times of day the raptors would get lured out there and they would perform tricks, you know, because I don't know, they use dolphin sound effects for the raptors, so just go with it, okay? The dolphin DNA is strong with them. But here they come. I think that's Charlie. I think that's Delta. So I think the escaped one was Echo. I don't know, comment down below. I'm probably still wrong. I don't know. Then going around this roundabout, it's like, you know, a 4-leaf clover, kinda. So if we go into this one... Oh, nice. Hello. It's the big one right there. Shoot her! Shoot her! Anyway, obviously, this is a nod to the Jurassic Park movie, and a bit more accurately so. Ooh. Oh, we have a few of them in here. Anyway. Oh, I love that, though. I love putting stuff in exhibits. Anyway, if we walk around here, real quick, because we have, like, other ways to look into this habitat. So we have this protruding path thing over here, so you could stand here and get, like, a different perspective. And if we were to walk all the way over here, there's also an area where you can feel like you're... This is very dangerous. You have to sign a ton of waivers before you walk down this path. But this, you know, recreates the Ellie Sattler scene, you know? So you would walk along here and you would feel really exposed. And that the raptors can get to you at any moment. Obviously, there is invisible fencing. In a real-life scenario, this would not protect you because you would trip over your own feet, or at least I would, and you'd get eaten. But, you know, I asked people if they wanted me to wall it in, and people were like, no, don't wall it in. So, yeah, I didn't. I blame the people. Anyway, we're gonna go back to the, like, the center of our 4-leaf clover. And have a peek into the next gallery, which is this one. And this is for the Lost World. So this is like a representation Easter egg for the worker village, where we actually encounter the raptors in that movie, aside from, you know, the tall grass. Trust me, they're in here, okay? They have so little space to move around in this habitat, and yet somehow they manage to not be within view. That's impressive. That's a talent. I think Alan Grant warned us about this, so I'm a little bit concerned. But yeah, this is where we would have the tiger-striped raptors walking around, unless they've escaped. Like, all of them. Just, like, collectively. They all, like, climbed on top of each other and put on a big raincoat, and they just walk through the door. I don't know. I'm in fast forward right now, just trying to, like, get them. Oh, there you go. See, just, like, proof. See? There's Dinosaurus on my dinosaur tour. Shut up, Ian. Low health. Oh, that's gonna be the escaped raptor. For frick's sake, man. Okay, so after a little detour, so that was the Lost World, and then finally we have this one over here, and you can already see the aviary in the background. So if you hop in here... Oh, we're still in fast forward. Whoopsie. So this is our Jurassic Park 3 inspired habitat. You can see the Spinosaurus skull because the Velociraptors took him down. And I couldn't, for some reason, we can't place the skeleton in the water, so I put the skull there. And you can see the aviary in the backdrop. You can even see the Pteranodon sitting on the perch right there. All by design. Clever girl, I know. We leave the raptors behind, so we have a lot of raptors in this park, and it takes up quite a bit of the overall, like, park infrastructure. But I felt like it was really cool. It was really fun to design the habitats this way. And normally, you know, when you add raptors to a park, you go with one of the variants, or you do like one habitat with mixed variants. This was really fun to like give all the different, again, quote unquote, species their own habitats. So we've arrived at the Innovation Center Plaza. We have our Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville over here. And, you know, the Innovation Center is an attraction in and of itself. And what you would also be able to do, there's a path leading up to it, but you could also go into the Innovation Center and out the other side. Obviously, it doesn't work that way, but if we walk around here, all the way around here, it's a bit of a trick. But you end up at this viewing gallery right here, and this is the show viewing gallery for... Oh, well, the trick that is being performed right now is a very complex maneuver, which is called napping. But this is where the shows would get held, and you have to imagine that that's a literal hoop for them to jump through. And, you know, they would perform other tricks on command over here. You know, if it was a viable option to have them, like, work in a military, they can perform circus tricks. There's, like, the access for the staff to be there, and, you know, they're protected by the invisible fencing, because they're still very, very dangerous animals to work with. But so the handlers can get close to them and give, like, you know, hand signals for what they have to do. This overlooks the river. You can see the zip line which flies over here. And what's really nice about this is that it actually provides another view, there she is, into Papaya's habitat. And I really love this, because, like, that habitat was quite a while ago within, like, you know, the narrative of the park as you go through it. So it's really nice that... you know, you somehow circle back to it and get another opportunity to look into it. And I felt like, especially since, you know, we started with the T-Rex, I felt it was really, really cool that we would be able to revisit this, like, super important dinosaur in your park. And, you know, that it's not just the dinosaur that overwhelms you at the start, but you can actually, you know, come over here, you can have a sit, drink your burger, and... enjoy the sight of Papaya. Oh god, nearly ran into a planter there. So this is where the zipline would land. Again, that's like one of the shortcuts that you can take if you'd already been here for a day. Now we're gonna walk along here. To the right of us right now is the Jurassic Park 1 Velociraptor habitat. Here is, you know, the most dangerous bit of path in the park. Let me just check. Are you here? No, no one's here. Well, God. They're not as cooperative as the Parasaurolophus were earlier. Okay. We're gonna go there later. My map tells me to go here first. So we're gonna go over here. We have an aviary, and we have our first glimpse at Baryonyx Bay. So if we hop into this aviary over here. Nice. This is Geostembergia and Proceratosaurus, or the colorful crests aviary, if you will. And panicking goats. An attraction in and of themselves. Oh, you see the brackies all the way in the distance. That's nice. Alright, so yeah, another view of the river. We have the visitor center back there, just the back of it. And if we walk along here, we have seating section, and this looks out over the vast, wide open ocean. We also have a bit of a lighthouse, because again, we're on an island in the absolute middle of the ocean, very remote. So that just helps guide boats to the east dock, which is actually a little bit south from here. But we're gonna go there much later in the tour. So this is the Jurassic tour, which takes us through Baryonyx Bay. I don't think we're gonna do that, because Baryonyx Bay has 2 other viewing opportunities that we're gonna be looking into. So I think that's actually a better way. So we can hop in here. There you go. So this is our first look at Baryonyx Bay. It is technically the lagoon that should be the Mosasaurus Lagoon, you know, in terms of how Nublar was actually designed for Fallen Kingdom, which is what my island shape is based on. It was so important to get the shape of Nublar right that I didn't want to put a lagoon over here, because it wasn't the right size, and if I were to make it bigger, then it wouldn't be the right shape. So I went with this lagoon instead, and it is populated by Baryonyx and Dimetrodon. I think we're going to get a better look at them from that gallery over there. So we exit, and then this is a bit of a dead end. The park doesn't have many dead ends, but this is one of them, so you would have to backtrack through this all the way. By the way, if you're still watching, thank you. consider leaving a like. Consider subscribe. Okay, let's just move on. Wow, saved by the bell. Walking down this path to our right, again, that's just like the back wall of the Jurassic Park 1 raptor habitat. And up ahead is our one and only Camp Cretaceous inspired habitat. We see the Ceratosaurus walking around. This leads to like the intersection between all of the raptor habitats. And this is a little bit of a cheeky attraction. This is fake dinosaur dung. It's fake. And, you know, it would be like for kids, they could like dig in here. And if they find a certain thing, they get a prize or I don't know. It's fake. It's fake, okay? Just go with it. And here we have this window looking into the habitat, like right where the feeder is. And yeah, like I said, this is, well, did I say it? This is based on the watering hole scene in Camp Cretaceous, where they all coexist peacefully. But, you know, we're sort of respecting nature by keeping the herbivores and the carnivores actually separated, but in a very subtle way. So if I stop right here, you can see that on the left side, we have the herbivores. You can just see the Tyrannosaurus. And on the right side, oh, Spinosaurus is popping up as well. And on the right side, we have Ceratosaurus. And, you know, at first glance, it looks like a single habitat. And it looks like they would be sharing this watering hole. But there's actually invisible fencing that separates the two to keep them safe from one another, while still creating, you know, this illusion of peaceful coexistence. And I really love this, like, tiered path design, by the way. So, you know, up here, you would get your food and stuff, and you would still be able to look over the people walking below into the habitat. I really love that. Alright, so, moving on. I'm gonna go over here. Let me check my notes. Yep. Am I still? Yep. Okay. So, what we're coming up now is... I actually don't know. Oh, I do know. This is a viewing opportunity. Oh, for frick's sake. A viewing opportunity into the herbivore habitat. So there we have Piers. We have the Tyrannosaurus. Bumpy is in here somewhere. Oh, there she is. Hey, Bumps. What's up? Now it's a Brachiosaurus. What is your excuse? You're literally standing in water. How do you manage to test me like this, game? Oh, hold on. Maybe I don't have to fully track her. Maybe this is enough to get her moving. It's gonna lie down to die. Awesome. That's just great. I have a trick up my sleeve, though. And that's just reloading. Time travel. That's the trick I have up my sleeve. Here we go. And nothing bad ever happens. Okay, so I've reloaded the save. The Brachio's gonna be fine. We're back over here. So we were just in the viewing gallery for the herbivore habitat of the Camp Cretaceous watering hole. And now we're gonna go across here. And this is our second view into Baryonyx Bay. So we walk around our little guest section. And we're gonna hop into this viewing gallery. And there you go. Ignore the notification. Thank you very much. That's what you get what you reload. But yeah, here we have a lovely view into Baryonyx Bay. We see the Baryonyx walking about, the Dimetrodon, one of them being in the water with just the sail sticking up, which is exactly why I added them in this habitat, you know, because it's such a large body of water. I thought it would be really cute to just, you know, see their sails going along the surface like that. And I really love this, and you can look out into the distance. Again, you can just see all the way to the horizon. Definitely nothing else. I really like how this looks. This is cool. Yeah, they see the tour coming through. Now, in the initial version, the tour had a hop-off point over there, but I decided to get rid of that to save some space over there, because that's actually where the Indominus Rex and the East Dock is. Oh, look, they're all in the water now. I love that. We are leaving the Baryonyx Bay viewing opportunity, and now we're going to go into the Sauropod walkthrough habitat, where absolutely 0 sauropods are dying. So this is a bit of path that is like a quick route to connect you to the rest of the park. But if you want to take your time and get the best possible experience, then you actually go through the Sauropod habitat. And these flags sort of just have... Are they on a bit of an incline, or are they at slightly different heights, and I'm just now noticing that. I think they're on just a slight incline. But you know, these would be like the rules, you know, what you should do, cautionary, definitely don't do X, Y, Z, you know? So you walk through here, and you are literally walking among the sauropods. And it is a shame that we can't have guests in our park, because this does look even better when we do have guests walking around here as well, to really get the idea across. But again, the frame rates just stutter so badly that it really wasn't doable. As you know, I love my monorail structures, and I really love them here because I think they put the height of these sauropods into perspective with like these super tall pillars. And yeah, as a guest, you would just be able to freely walk around here. You know, we're pretending that the sauropods are just 100% gentle giants, and as long as guests, you know, maintain a common sense distance, then they would be perfectly fine. So there are several ways you could go. You could go out here, which takes you directly to the East Dock, the VIP section, Mini Malta. But we're going to take a different route. We're first going to go further into the sauropod walkthrough habitat. There, we're going to sneak by this big gal. Definitely not starving / dehydrating. Dreadnoughtus. Always looking like it has seen some bad things happen. Oh, don't step on me, please. And this is our bridge, which crosses the river. I love making bridges in this game, even though, you know, it's very limited. Use your imagination. But I like how it looks. I like that it adds something, in my opinion. Okay, so we're gonna keep on walking, and you would be able to go into the amphitheater, which is situated inside the habitat. And the idea here is similar to the Velociraptors, sort of, is that a bit of a show would be put on here at certain times a day. Now, it would be different from the Velociraptor show. The Baryonyx wouldn't be performing any tricks or anything, but let's just say that either they are trainable enough to lure them in here, or they are lured in here with food, or some sort of variation on whatever, you know, brain implant that they had going on in Jurassic World Dominion, or even Camp Cretaceous, to get them in here. And it would literally just be a case of people gathering, you know, as you do in a stadium, and there would be like a worker or a presenter would go up on that thing, you know, hoist it up there on like a platform or something. They would stand up there, and they would give a presentation, an educational presentation about the sauropods, their behavior, and that sort of stuff. You know, just to give sort of a purpose to this building that I really wanted to use. Okay, moving on though. If we go over here, nice timing from the Memenci over there. So this elevated bit looks out over the beach section, where the sauropods are also free to walk around. That hotel right there, as well as another hotel that we passed earlier, is like a feeding opportunity. So it's not functioning as a hotel. You would go there, you would get some food that you would then be able to hand feed the sauropods. Anything else? You know, there's a seating section. There's some buildings back here. That was all done to like get guests down here, so they would actually use all of this path. Unfortunately, though, again, we had to close the park. Oh, I skipped over an entire guest section that's actually like situated behind / next to the amphitheater. So if you go through here. And here, this is closed off by the wall pieces, so the sauropods will not be able to come in here and, you know, wreck the tables and chairs or something. So this is a secluded section where you could have a bit of a rest, and also an access point for the stadium itself. And let's go out here. Lovely Allosaurus. Can we walk under the till? Can we do that? Oh, how about we duck? Don't poop on us, please. Oh, that would be bad. Okay. We're gonna just crisscross through, and here we have another exit. Let me count for a bit. There are 3 entrances / exits to the Sauropod walkthrough. And this is the one on the, like, the westernmost entry / exit. So we're gonna come out here. Bit of a macabre decoration here. I actually captured... Oh god. I captured a pretty funny photo where the Dreadnoughtus was looking over the gate, like, at that Allosaurus skeleton. And now we all know why the Dreadnoughtus looks as traumatized as it does. Because of that. Because it has seen that. Alright, so we're gonna go up here, and what we have behind these walls is our open-air Dinosaur Museum. And we're gonna go in here after a slight detour. We're first gonna go up to a raised platform. I'm gonna speed it up a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. Oh, game froze again. So what this gives us is a view from the path, as well as the towers, obviously, into the largest habitat that we have on the island, which is the Sauropod walkthrough. Obviously, they need quite a bit of space. So I really love this. Like, I made this viewing point before I knew what to do with the surrounding area. But once this idea came to fruition, it just all works together so well. So I'm gonna say it again. Elevation is so important in your parks. Just like create moments like this, because I think it's super cool. And on the other end, we can actually also look into the Camp Cretaceous Herbivore side of the watering hole area. I don't think we need to go into the... I mean, we might as well, whatever. It's a massive tour, it's a big park, there you go. So you get, like, an even more elevated view, and you can even see, like, the aviary and some of the buildings of Mini Malta in the distance. You can see a bit of the decoration for the VIP section. You know, all things that are still to come, still to look forward to. Okay, so now we're gonna go down, and we're gonna go into our museum. So this is another photo op, so you would come over here and you would be able to have your picture taken with these real-life park rangers. You know, they're not just...
Auto... erotica? No.
You know, it would also be like a little bit of a Q&A moment where you can ask them questions about the dinosaurs' behavior, you know, as they have been brought back from extinction. Here is a helicopter tour that you would be able to take. Also, this building is just very necessary to be able to get guests into the park. Again, wasn't able to make the most of that. So this is our open-air museum, using some of the decorative pieces in a museum setting with, you know, appropriately decorative flooring, I think. So we have the T-Rex skeleton. We have the Jurassic Park gates. Some signage, Mr. DNA, and then you come through here and you have like these amber pieces that would contain stuff. I don't even know. You have the Allosaurus skeleton, which is, you know, a Brachiosaurus right now. And we also have the Spinosaurus skeleton. And of course also skulls, and in here would be like fossils and stuff like that. So you'd have like a bit of an educational thing. And honestly, that's like a little bit of a theme throughout this park. But I think if you were to go to a dinosaur park, you're like a dinosaur nerd who likes learning about dinosaurs. You probably already know all of the stuff anyway. You probably even think you know better. But I think as a dinosaur fan going to a dinosaur park, you wouldn't just want to see, you know, the animals that are brought back from extinction, which aren't 100% real dinosaurs. You would also want like little moments like this, stuff like this, with like actual real life educational value. All right, so that's the museum. And I think I'm going the wrong way for me tour. So we could go up here, but we're not going to do that. I'm actually going to go back to the other end, because that's apparently where past Evo decided the tour would be better suited. Alright, so we're running. We're back at the helicopter tour. We have a zip line that we will be riding a little bit later as well to take us back down here. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to take this path up along the lagoon. This is like the big Mosasaurus Lagoon with an attraction inside of it. Not the underwater viewing dome, a different attraction that we built before then. If we go down here, and I will do so briefly because there's like a really cool little section here. But this takes us to the Raptor quadrant, you know, the four-leaf clover. But you would be able to go into this secluded section, you know, quite peaceful. If you ignore the looming threat of velociraptors behind this relatively flimsy-looking fencing, because this is the Jurassic Park 3 habitat. Okay, so going back up. And up over here. There, so you can already see what is coming. See what is... Okay. So this is gonna allow you to have your first glimpse into the Mosasaurus Lagoon. And there are several opportunities here. Let's see if we can get lucky in one of them. Oh! Oh, and an ichthy, but yeah, I see the tail. I see the tail. Go down, go down, go down! Yeah, there you go. Nice, on the first try. Oh, I love that. This lagoon is very decorated on the bottom, and that's because we have like our little remote VR drone adventure going through here that we're gonna be doing as well. Oh, you can actually see there's like a little bit of a glitched texture there. Anyway. So you can look underwater, but you can also hop into this one. And then you can look like over the surface of the entire lagoon. You can see the zip liners flying on by. And you can see in the distance the hatchery over there. That is where the drones launch. So that is one of our fake attractions in the park. There's also a tower up there. Little seating section in the middle. We have this zip line which crosses the canyon over the Stegosaurus habitat. Okay. I'm like trying to walk and look at my map at the same time. Okay, I know where we're going. I mean, this is a one-way street, honestly. There's only one way to go. Here we have another Hyperloop. So again, this will be a way to navigate the park in a different way and more quickly. And we will be using that shortly. Hey, wait, what? What? Oh. What? Oh. Ah. Ugh, I'm stuck. Let me go. Let me go. I'm stuck. I can't move forward. No. No. I think I'm stuck on the flags. Am I free? No. Ah! Hold on, maybe if I go... No, there's no way. Okay. Alright, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. There you go. Okay, sure. A shop, and this is going to be our first look at the Spinosaurus habitat, which has an airstrip. I'm quite chuffed with it. Look at that. Ah, there are the Spinos. We have 3 of them. Because, well, why not? I'm greedy. I'm greedy like that. I'm greedy with my Spinos. So this has many viewing opportunities because I think having a habitat like this, which is, you know, so themed and so elaborate, you would want your guests to be able to experience it in many different ways. So we have this tall viewing tower first. But you can already see that right in front of us is a regular gallery. So if you hop out and we walk around this, there we have the regular gallery. So you would also get this perspective, which I think would be much cooler if the Spinos were, you know, closer. Obviously the zipline as well, which we will be riding. And we're gonna walk along because there's 2 more ways, 3 more ways to look into that habitat. You can tell when I'm really proud of something. I want my guests to see it. Alright, so we have like a little bit of a mini habitat off to the side here with Cretaceous and Chunkingosaurus. Just a lovely little peaceful habitat. I'm gonna speed up a little bit. This is the zip line that goes over the Carnotaurus Canyon. Oh, if we hurry, hold on. Maybe do that. Here, if we go through here, this, creates that claustrophobic feeling. You're walking among the giants. And there's also a viewing tower right here. So this is like the pretend radio tower, if that's what it's called. Probably not. Air traffic control, that's what I'm looking for. This is the air traffic control tower. Fake, obviously, because it's all just a theme park. And you would be able to go in here and see this. And you would be able to look around yourself much better than this limited view. And then you can walk back. So many ways to view this habitat. It's a little silly, honestly. It's becoming like a parody of itself. Of course, we had to have a Spinoskeleton in here. A little seating section in the grass. Another Hyperloop. We will be hopping onto this one a little bit later, but I want to walk around here and show you the final way to look into the habitat, which is around here. It's not even the final one. Did I forget? Hold on. Did I not connect that one either? Oh, look at the sleepy Spino. But yeah, here we go. We have another tower overlooking the thing, and... did I forget? Where is it? Oh, it's here. There's even more ways to look into this habitat, but we will get to this section much later. Okay, so now imagine that we're gonna hop into the like the underground system. This is where we're gonna hop in, and we're going to exit up on the highest part of the map, and we're gonna exit from this station. We've arrived at the highest part of Mini Nublar. This is the tallest plateau, and obviously this is accessible via the Hyperloop right here. Now you can also go down using this zip line, which we will be doing shortly. But first, of course, we're going to be walking around over here. And really the main thing here is the aviary right there, which is Dominion inspired. And we have a petting zoo full of small, cute dinosaurs. So if we walk around, it's just like a weird little shape in the middle of this plaza, essentially. And the entrance to the petting zoo is right here with the gates. And then you would imagine that you can actually walk through here as a guest. You would get like handed food, like food pellets to give to the dinosaurs. I'm gonna have to cheat a little bit. There you go, magical. We just came through there. Now this was of course built before the most recent update, so that's why we had to fake it like this. But our guests will be able to walk around here and interact with the little dinosaurs. There's hello, also non-dinosaurs. keep your arms away from that one though. And there's a little photo op right here, so you would come over here at the Homalocephaly is just walking away, but just imagine that there's like a handler here who you can pose with, who's holding a Homalocephaly or whatever. So cheese, in front of that very petable dinosaur. Aww, sleepy. Yeah, it just has like this path weaving all the way through, so our guests can walk along the dinosaurs, and we have a bit of a seating section here as well. The shelter is like shelter for the creatures actually, so like we're pretending that that's an indoor area for them during the night. And that's really it. That's the petting zoo. So that's that done. And you would return over here and, look the other way. Do not ruin the illusion. There's some shops on the other side. Actually, we might as well go there. So over here we have like a, making use of the fact that we are on the tallest part of Mini Nublar. we can't really look down. We get like our first glimpse of the Dilophosaurus habitat. I do see the log. I see the log. And of course we see the horizon in the great far distance across the ocean. We have restrooms, some shops, and we have a tower that overlooks the lagoon. Like that. Oh yeah. Big fishy. So this is a pretty cool view, I think. Really one of those opportunities that, you know, you wouldn't necessarily come up here to look at the Mosasaurus. There are plenty of other opportunities to do that, and we still have a couple coming. But you can, you know, you can look all the way in the distance. You can see the amphitheater. You can even see, like, little bits of mini Malta through the trees. The VIP East Dock section. So I always think that stuff like this is really cool. Like, people want to see your park as well, you know, if you've done a good job designing your park. Alright. Now, the main attraction up here is, of course, the aviary. So we walk around the petting zoo. And it's like this secluded section. So you walk through the wall pieces. Be mindful not to get run over by a hamster ball. And then you would come back here. And there are two attractions to, like, go into the aviary. You can pop into the gyrosphere, or you can pop into the viewing log. So if you do that, there you see the gigas walking around. And the gigas are separated from the Therizinosaurus, which is the other creature in here, by, like, that wall of rocks. Hold on, how do I... There you go. So this is the other side. Ah, well, yeah. Don't be shy. Oh. Scratchy, scratchy. So this is the side for the Therizinosaurus. And I just now realized that the gyrospheres are going in the wrong direction. Whoops. Hey! Look, it's my chickens. My terror turkeys. Yeah, we don't hear them. That's a little creepy, isn't it? Oh, it was mad at the empty hamster ball. All right, we'll take the gyrosphere as well. You'll be able to see the Therizinosaurus. I think the log looks really cool there because the log is at like a bit of elevation, as much as the terrain editing within the aviaries allows. And the aviary itself, like in terms of the biome, is more based on, you know, Biosyn Valley. So it has, you know, the Biosyn trees instead of, you know, the rest of the park, which is almost exclusively tropical, obviously. Oh, get out of the way. So there's like a little bit of an abandoned section here. Oh, I don't know why I'm this bad at driving these things. And we'll go through here. Hello, ladies. Okay. No need to get mad at me. I'm stuck. Yep, I'm stuck. Okay, cool. Ah, there you go. Oh, this is thrilling. Oh. Seriously, I feel like... we're not actually going straight. I feel like the camera positioning is really weird. Because I don't know, is it because we're off-center in the thing? It's so... I feel like I'm constantly overcorrecting. I don't know, my brain cannot cope, apparently. Yeah, this is gonna be a bad idea. So, the track of the gyrosphere takes you right by this, like, rock lining which separates the two species. So, you know, you get, like, a good way to look into the... Yeah, you just go ahead and shout. I can't hear you anyway! But yeah, you can, like, look at these super dangerous dinosaurs while you're still protected. You know, the glass would be sufficient to protect you from the Therizinosaurus. But there is, like, an extra barrier between the gyrosphere and the gigas, you know, just because we don't want to take any chances. I had to get out of there. Driving that was absolutely horrible, and I apologize. I promise. I don't drive vehicles in real life, okay? Fret not. The people around me are safe. Sort of. So that was the aviary, and that was really all that there is to do up here on this plateau. So we're gonna hop on over to the zip line, and the zip line is gonna, like, take us take us along the airstrip, and it's gonna take us into a secluded area by the airstrip, which is only reachable via the zipline and the tour that we will take afterwards. And whee! See, so this like gives you a little bit of a simulated experience of flying over the airport. You have the Spinos back there. Oh, that's a dangerous place to sleep. So yeah, you exit. You can see Sleepy Spino right there. And this is, again, this is like a separate section. And it's also where we have the access to the dome, which I didn't forget this time. It has like a bit of an abandoned look, you know, to match with the airport itself. You know, that's all part of the theme of this area, pretending that it's an abandoned airstrip. So that's why there's like cracks in the pavement and that sort of stuff. If we hop into this one, we have two. I only saw one. Well, that's this one. Oh, I know. Okay, so yeah, this one is more towards the end of the runway. And then we have this one, which is more towards the front or the start, I suppose. Kind of depends on how you want to look at it, really. Oh! Hello. Hello! Oh, God. No, don't do that. We have company. Come on. Yeah, okay, now I've made it awkward for them. But at least we got a good look at him from in here. So yeah, you can look all the way around. It's hold on, you can see like the shadow from the zipline really clearly. See, that's so me to like get so distracted by the shadow of a zipline when we're literally in a dinosaur park. I should be studied, honestly. So that's really all there is over here. But I mean, the zipline itself is like the attraction, right? Seeing the habitat like that. And of course you did get to hop into those domes. Now you can hop into this tour. This tour like loops, so it can take you to the area that we just left. And of course you can also leave. I'm gonna change the camera, that's gonna help. There you go. This is how I function. In third person. And the way back sort of takes us along the coastline. And in this habitat we have Allosaurus. Let's hope we'll be able to see them. I mean, I can drive into the habitat if need be to give you guys the best possible experience. No luck yet. This is a campsite where we have some destroyed jeeps. And you can see on the other side, I'm just gonna hop on over here. This is where the other tour track is. Oh, and this is where the dinosaurs are. So I'm like going in the wrong direction now, but that's okay. That's nothing bad ever happened driving in the wrong direction. Oh, there's both of them here. I really like how this turned out. I feel like I'm not like doing it the proper way because I'm driving in the wrong. So you would be driving like this, you know? Oh, yeah. So wow, the handbrake was severe. And you know, you go around this corner and then it's like, whoa, there's this abandoned campsite and I wonder what happened here. Dinosaurs, that's what happened here. Okay. I'm gonna cheat again. And take, oh god, oh, this thing really doesn't corner. Bye! Yeah, okay, well, see you too. And we're driving along. Still driving along. And then we exit this area and we go into a herbivore area with like a mix of herbivores. Off the top of my head, I see Pseudoceratops, we have Titan and Pachycephalosaurus in here, I believe. I am going to show you like the entry to the carnivore area. So you would drive along here. You give the right of way to the Pseudoceratops, you know, they come from the right. That's how it works. They're taking their sweet time with it, though. So you leave the herbivore area, and you get, like, this like this sign to... Sorry, the brakes. Could use a little bit of oiling. But there's, you know, this sign to let you know that you're entering a carnivore area. And it's all really secluded, sort of like build anticipation. And then it opens up to this first lake bit. And right now we're getting lucky, getting a glimpse of the Allosaurus already. So that's how that works. This is a mess. This is an absolute mess. Vehicle reversing. Alright, moving back. Right, so herbivore habitat, lovely. And the herbivores, you know, we can just drive among the herbivores, whereas with the Allosaurus, the track was separated from the Allos with invisible fencing. That's all like going into the quote-unquote realism of the park. We have exited the Jurassic tour and we're ready for the next part of our journey, and you can already hear which dinosaur we have in this section. First, I want to take you along this end where we have some shops. This is where we sell our drinkable burgers. There's a seating section. Again, it just overlooks the wide open ocean, just the vast nothingness up until the horizon. And walking. We go to this viewing gallery right here, which is obviously a necessity. You know, we need to be safely behind glass because this dinosaur is a spitter. And you come in here and you see this cool scene with the Jeep crashed onto the log. We have the East Dock sign over here, so this is like a really cool Easter egg moment. And I really enjoy how this turned out, being able to actually get the Jeep. Ho. Thank you for your service. Beautiful moment right there. So yeah, the Jeep is actually stuck on the log, and I thought that was really nice. It really just completes the scene. Oh. That's a weird looking fish. And now she checks her route. Alright, we're gonna go up here. We're gonna zip line over the lagoon. We're gonna actually also go into the lagoon. And then after that, we would be on our way towards Mini Malta and the final VIP section. So we come up here. There's a couple of attractions that we're gonna check out. I'm first gonna take you here because you can already see the amphitheater. This is another one of those overlook areas that we've created with the use of elevation. Look at that, that's pretty nice. So we're looking down into the beach section of the Sauropod walkthrough habitat. Mosasaurus is working on its tan right there. We have the amphitheater. Yeah, I think that's pretty lovely. And then we have another Hyperloop station to get around the park more quickly. We have the zip line, which we will be taking, but we also have, if we go in here and we walk through the queue... Oh, I was half expecting to get stuck on the flags again, but no. So if we zigzag through the queue, we reach the hatchery, the lagoon hatchery, which I left on because, as some of you probably know, and definitely if you've been watching the building series... Look, sort yourself out, okay? There you go. It's really not that difficult. This is an attraction. So what we're picturing is that guests go into the lagoon hatchery, they put on a VR headset, and they take control of a drone. And with that drone, they will be going through the lagoon, and they have to follow... Oh god. Going down like that. They have to follow this track along the bottom, and like a computer system keeps track of how well they follow it, so that if they follow it perfectly, they unlock... There's something weird. Yeah, the lagoon is glitchy. Look at that right there. But yeah, if they follow the track perfectly, then they get certain points, and they might be able to exchange those points for a plushie or some other prize. So you can see that we're just... Oh god. It's a bit of a mess. We're not actually gonna follow it anymore. Hey, big boy. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean it, I didn't mean... Big boned, I meant, Jesus! Ugh. God. Why do you have to assume the worst, man? Oh, come on. Whee! So, again, guests will be able to follow the track if they so please, but of course they can also just, quote-unquote, swim around freely and explore the lagoon on their own accord. And it has, like, different sections, one even weirder than the other. Yeah, wow. We wanted an update that did something to the lagoons, and well, it sure as heck did something to the lagoons. Be careful what you wish for. So this is like, you know, a shipwrecked area. We had like the thermal field, the bubble field. Coming up is the Indominus Rex skeleton. Actually, we have 3 of them. Where are they though? Oh my god, what the heck? It's also floating. Can I go? Look at that. Can I go under it? No, not really. After our VR drone adventure, we've exited, and now we're gonna go into the final lagoon attraction, which is the zip line that flies over it for maximum thrills, maximum danger, maximum lawsuits. Let's hop in. There you go. And hold on, because there's no safety harness. Woo. Imagine being told that, like, right as you're getting pushed off. There's no safety harness! Oh, God. So you zip line over the lagoon. You come right by the shark feeder here. You're actually getting dangerously close to that wire. Unfortunately, feeding is turned off right now, because... like many things regarding the lagoon right now, it's quite bugged. But you know, you might be able to get lucky and zipline over just as the Mosasaurus reaches for one of the sharks. Okay, so this might look familiar because that's the museum. We're gonna have to backtrack a little bit. Am I going through? No, this is the way. This is the way. Oh my god, there's another escaped Velociraptor. I think this one's different. Yeah, okay, so one of the Velociraptors from Jurassic Park 3 has also escaped. Fret not. So we're going through the, like the Raptor quadrant again. And we're gonna follow along here. Or actually didn't even go in here. So this is another way to look into the Lost World habitat. And if we keep going straight ahead here, then we reach the Camp Cretaceous watering hole exhibit again. So we'll take the bottom. Oh look, they're all drinking. Well, I say all. It's 2 of them. 3 of them. Oh, it's getting crowded now. Hey, don't bathe while other people are drinking. Oh my god, the ego on some of these animals. That's gross. The other people are now basically drinking your body soup. That's disgusting. So yeah, going along the watering hole, up ahead you see the entrance to the Sauropod walkabout. We have the Baryonyx Lagoon to our left. All of that we've already visited. Now we're gonna cut through here and we're gonna go towards Mini Malta and then the final East Dock VIP section with the Indominus Rex. So this is just a path, like a quick connection to this area of the park. We have guest sections, because of course we do. And that's the VIP section over there, but that's the exit. So that's why there's red flags. You're not supposed to enter through here. That is the exit of the VIP section. We're going to go through the actual entrance later on. But first, as said, I'm going to take you into Mini Malta, which is at the very southern tip of Mini Nublar. And as you might expect, it is based on the Malta scene from Jurassic World Dominion. So it, you know, uses the Malta buildings that we got from the DLC. It's entirely sandy. It has some dinosaurs as a nod to that. I think we have Lytrosaurus, Atrociraptor, Dimorphodon, and Stiggy in here. Did I already? No. We're still good. We're still good. So yeah, just a lot of the Malta buildings, especially this one. This was my favorite, the shelter. So let's go in this direction first and pay a quick visit to the Dimorphodon in the aviary. Why is this view so bad? Why is it designed like this? We're basically just looking at a... Oh, am I fast forward? I am a fast forward. So, Yeah, well, here's the Dimorphodon, and this rusty metal, which is apparently the real attraction here. In Mini Malta, you can, of course, also go to the beach. So right here, I guess would actually be able to walk onto the beach. Imagine that there would be, like, beach chairs here as well. You know, nice, relaxing, looking out at the horizon. And, if we backtrack a little bit, we're gonna go down, you know, Main Street of Mini Malta, which is this right here. But I actually think if we go in this direction, we get a cute look down Lystro Lane. Here we go. So this is Lystro Lane. So this street is completely blocked off by invisible fencing / the decoration pieces. So this creates the illusion that it's just one of the streets that our guests can walk on, but it's actually a habitat. They're not here, which is great, but, you know, that creates the illusion. And I've done that for the Atrociraptor habitat as well, where, you know, it becomes a little bit difficult for guests to actually distinguish the areas that they're walking and the areas where the dinosaurs are walking around. If we pop into this side street, we can look at our stiggies. So it's like, you know, yeah, it's really like just an alley, which I think sort of helps with the feel of Mini Malta. There are stiggies. In the long grass. Okay. Going back towards the main street. There you go. And we're walking along here. I use this hotel a lot. Obviously, it's not supposed to really be a hotel this far into the park, but it's just one of the best Malta buildings to use. I did. There's no tour here. I just did a thing and, you know, ran with it. You can go off to the side like this, you know, you can go around it. Oh, this is another way to look into the Stiggy habitat. Like that. This honestly might be still my favorite part of Mini Nublar, Mini Malta. Do we go here? I mean, we could. Another side avenue. Oh, this is the other way to look down Lystro Lane. Oh, there you go. They were on the beach working on their tan. But they're there. And yeah, you can sort of see, like, the illusion. You know, there's even, like, tables and chairs out there. You know, it's all fake. It's all, like, orchestrated, engineered like this. It's not, like, really meant to be, like, dinosaurs are running free in the city. No, it's part of the theme park. Okay. Is this a dead end? It looks like a dead end. Yes, but we can get our first glimpse into the Atrociraptor habitat. We're gonna get a better look at that, though. So if I speed on through, back, there. Now we're coming up on the square at Mini Malta, in Mini Malta. Fountain, just some buildings around it. I put a zipline building there, but it's, you know, it's not connected. It's supposed to be more like a clock tower kind of thing. What I was really struggling with during this build is I struggled with speaking during the tour, but what I struggled with during the build was, you know, getting like a nice variation of buildings, because honestly we don't have that much good Malta stuff. If we go over here, I can just take you real quick. This is where we have another beach access. You know, you come to a dinosaur, but what you really want is just, you know, sit on the beach with a pina colada or something. We have a tower that overlooks the Atrociraptor habitat. There. Oh, and they're all over here. Okay. A lot of goats as well. And if we walk along here, we actually go into, you know, what would be the Atrociraptor block of Mini Malta. So this is going to be all about the Atrociraptors with 2 ways to view them. The first one is right here to our right. And we're again looking down a street that we cannot access. The Atrociraptors can walk around there freely. We can actually also, you know, this is, don't pay attention to that. But, you know, you'll be able to stand here and see them parading along, which is quite terrifying, honestly, but there is invisible fencing to ensure your safety. Again, don't look at that, though. The hitboxes, man, the hitboxes. And you can also finally go into this viewing gallery, which looks out over this plaza and beach section, which is part of the habitat. That was really ominous, the way we first saw its shadow. Oh. Okay, wow. You call me ominous? What? I really like how this turned out. It was also one of the biggest builds. Like, it was just a 2-hour build that I had to speed run through the episode. Because it's so dense with stuff. But I really love walking around here. I think it's so cool. Alright, so walking around the fountain, and this is where we're gonna exit Mini Malta. So there's 2 ways to come in and out of Mini Malta. And this one is gonna take us right to the entry point of our VIP section with the Indominus Rex, which is sort of wreaking havoc upon East Dock, because we are on the east side of the island currently. So if you're a VIP guest in the park, you'll have like a special wristband or something. And you would be able to go through here. There would be like staff here to check your wristband or your special ticket, whatever. And then you would be able to go into the VIP section, which is pretty cool. And you can go along here, and I think, according to the lore, guests would not be able to go here, but we are going to do that, because it's just going to give us a good look at the East Dock. Now, the East Dock is kind of twofold. The East Dock is both functional and decorative, so it combines it. So this part of the East Dock is actually functional, where actual ships can dock here and supply the park, but it's also incorporated into the Indominus Rex habitat and just separated by a little bit of invisible fencing, like this. So by incorporating the real dock into the fake dock that is part of the habitat, it just all looks a lot bigger and grander, and it actually still looks functional while the animal is safely behind the invisible fencing. And there is a bit of a fail-safe here. You'll see that, you know, even though there is invisible fencing, and 2 lines even, there's 2 lines of invisible fencing, so that's already a fail-safe in and of itself. And also, this part of the East Dock has these concrete walls around it, and these rocks that sort of jut out into the ocean, where, you know, according to my headcanon, the Indominus Rex would be at least poor enough of a swimmer that if it had to go around those rocky outcroppings, it would give, you know, the park security team enough time to send out, you know, a helicopter and respond and tranquilize the animal. So yeah, it would, like, 2 invisible fences would have to fail simultaneously, and the Indominus Rex would have to swim around that. So, you know, we've thought about stuff. Now that's not really for guests to access. Guests view the Indominus Rex through like a window in the wall, as well as a like proper viewing gallery. So first is this bit. You can see her standing there, sniffing, smelling our fear. And you can catch a glimpse of the dock. And you can see that, yeah, it looks quite substantial, and it's half useless and half actually functional. You know, in universe. It's completely useless in the actual game, but we're gonna ignore that. I can hear the trucks honking. Anyway, and here we have the viewing galleries. And there's like fencing, as you can see, in front of the viewing gallery, so the Indominus Rex can't even get to the glass of the viewing galleries. And also the entire habitat is double fenced, with the exception of that window that we looked through earlier. Actually, no, that's double fenced as well, because that has invisible fencing in front of it. So yeah, this paddock was entirely designed with safety still in mind. And speaking of safety, there's also a security tower over here where, you know, there would be staff keeping eyes on the Indominus Rex 24/7 to ensure that, you know, even though it's obviously going to be a popular attraction in the park, it's still done safely. And then when we exit over here, we're back. Sorry, you had the havoc with those cars, man. But yeah, we're back at the guest section where we were earlier. So this is another entry point to the Sauropod walkabout habitat. That's where we entered Mini Malta. So we have now successfully made it through the entirety of Mini Malta. 18 weeks in the making, which is honestly blowing my mind. Here you can see like what the E-stock looks like. You know, this is the abandoned part of the habitat. We have like our buffer, and then we have the real functioning dock. Here is Mini Malta. The Sauropod walkthrough habitat. Oh, okay, thank you for your contribution. We have our lagoon, the bit at the very top. We have the like the big tour habitat with the herbivore area first, and then as you drive through, you come into the carnivore area with the Allosaurus and the abandoned campsite. The airport, airstrip with the Spinosaurus. We have the canyon, which cuts through like the top of the map. And then getting to the front, we have the Raptor quadrant with all of our 4 species, the watering hole, Baryonyx Bay. This is our entry section where we started almost 2 hours ago. God, I hope I can edit it down a little bit. Innovation Center, our hotel area, aviary, and this first tour with the Brachiosaurus and the Parasaurolophus. And that is the full Mini Nublar experience. And I want to thank you all so much for all of the support on this series. You guys have really been enjoying the series, I think, at least based on you guys' reactions, and you've been like so engaged with it as well, giving amazing suggestions for some of these builds. So thank you so much. It's been absolutely incredible. And of course, we will be starting the next building series shortly. And as promised, here at the very end, I will announce what the next series is going to be. It is not Mini Sorna. I want to address that first. I really need to take a break from the tropical biome. A Mini Sorna would use a lot of the redwood trees, but would still have to be built in the tropical biome, and I really just want to take a break from that now because, again, 18 weeks, folks, 18 weeks. So Mini Sorna will 100% become a reality at some point in the future, but it's not going to be the next building series. The next building series is going to be Mini Manticore Island. So what that means is we're going to have an island. It's going to be based on the shape of Manticore, and it's going to have 4 entirely separate biomes with separate building styles. And we're really going to lean into it to make each of the 4 areas as different from one another as possible. If that sounds exciting to you, if that's something that you want to join in on and hopefully get inspired by, or share your ideas with me to make that park even better, the same way that happened with Mini Nublar, then consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, because we will be starting that building series next week. If you've made it this far, you're an absolute champ. Thank you very much. I hope that you've enjoyed Mini Nublar, and I hope that this has been a proper send-off for it. And more than anything, I hope that it has inspired you to build something amazing for yourself and have a good time with it. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and until next time, enjoy the game.